Okay, inflation is in everyone's mind anyway. Vanessa will tell you something about the high energy prices.
Well, the energy prices, I mean, we don't want them. We don't want them, but we have them.
And it's probably only gonna get worse.
And you know what? Germany is actually it's actually the only country, right, who has that huge energy prices. No?
We have to, I think, yeah.
It is.
I don't want to spread any rumors because it's usually your guys' job, but I think that Germany has one of the highest
Right?
energy prices
Yeah.
in the world. Yeah.
So this is what I say. The rents comparing with other countries are still low, but the Nebenkosten, which is actually the other things, are very high. So energy costs. But yeah. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about what is waiting ahead for us. So, because people come up to us and say, you know, how is this going to look like with the energy? What is going to happen with the heating? Do we have to change everything? So all this type of questions, as Germany has older properties, and we talked about that. We have 1900s, like 1910 property here. We have 1950s, 60s. They're still good, but again, check everything. What the German government recently said, I think it was last week or March. It was in March, end of March. Is they had kind of year 2030. By then, everything should kind of be renovated. What it means, everything, more heating system. Okay. Now they had that get together. So they postponed it kind of. Not 100%. I think it was, say somewhere here, 48% or so. I was on another page. It was probably 48%. They postponed it to 2045.
Which is still ambitious.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, if you think about till 2030, which is another 7 years, not even, okay? So they want to do all this by 2030. It's impossible. The demand on living space is so high over here. New buildings stopped to build, right? So this is just insane. So this is why they got together and they kind of said, okay, you know, we're gonna kind of do these steps. Okay, so people or the owners have time to 2045. Still, there are opportunities to say you don't have to change the whole heating system. They creating like kind of these adapters to put it on the heating system, and that what the water can, like from the basement, can pump all the way up on the fifth floor, or you have on every floor a heating system. So they're kind of adapters, additional equipment what you can put on top, right? So this is also a great point. But still, it's eventually gonna come. And even if it comes and you're having a property, don't be scared, right? It's gonna hit us, right? But don't be scared. It's beneficial. Even the new builds, they have to have these. What is it called? These on the roof, on the
Photovoltaic.
Yeah, they have to have these kind of
Solar
things.
panels.
Thank you. Solar panels. They have to have them. So even if that comes, you as a investor, as a buyer, you paying every month house geld. Okay. So this house geld goes into a pot of the building or of the property management. So obviously, every property manager will calculate once a year. Everyone comes together. They decide what has to be done. So, and they will see, okay, probably gonna do it in 2027. So you still have some time. They still have some time to save, to take it out of the savings, and the remaining amount, probably, I don't know how much it's gonna be. It might be 5,000, 10, 15. It depends really on the savings, how much is there. This is why it's important to check the savings before and what has to be done. But what I like here is they postpone that thing, and they see really the value that we need living space. So this is what was just gonna mention, that even if you go for a property, try to go for a renovated one if the price is right. Okay. I really like to go more for a renovated one because I'm kind of having a headache-free time for the next 10 to 15 years. I don't have to do anything, and even if I decide to sell it after 10 years, you know, it's still in a great condition, so I can still sell it for a great price. But if you go for a okay property, then you have to put money aside to renovate it. So you can be ahead of it, buy a renovated property, and again, You can rent it for hire, you put some furniture, or you go for an okay property, but then eventually you have to renovate it. Yeah.
I agree that there will be another reason for me against the super old properties.
Mm.
I would rather get a renovated one too. I completely agree, because you never know what these guys in Berlin have in their mind.
You don't know. Every time is a different thing. And what I was gonna mention also, even if that time comes, like even before, so Germany, as you, I don't know, yeah, probably they don't see that, right? So
Oh, right,
it's kind of
right.
yeah. So even
Yep.
there, it says that Germany will start. I mean, Germany is starting getting so many people from other countries, but because of this energy dilemma, they will get even more people. It's gonna be kind of a role model from Canada. I lived for quite some time in Canada, and Canada was one of the countries who um, they actually took people from other countries to help them build the country. Like, and this is what Germany's gonna do. They're gonna take Canada as a role model, get people from other countries, specialize in all these energy things. Okay, really educate them, and they're planning, I think, about 40,000 people bringing over here, um, educating them, and that way they can help them to achieve all this till 2045. Even without the people from outside, they cannot achieve that to 2030. That's another argument why they postponed all that. There's no really specialists in this field. Or there are specialists, but not enough.
So there's actually a new career opportunity here for the people.
Yeah.
PerFinEx, the #1 career advisor
Oh man,
in Germany,
oh, yeah, that's true. So yeah.
combining property and energy efficiency. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.